Inter and Udinese take to the field of the Bluenergy Stadium. Two teams smarting after succumbing to their first defeats of the season last weekend. Udinese bowled over by Roma. Inter stunned by a last-minute sucker punch in the derby with Milan. The Nerazzurri have had an entire week to lick their wounds and assess what went wrong, or more precisely, what has been going wrong. Too many points dropped, the condemning assessment by coach Simone Inzaghi. For their part, Udinese picked themselves straight back up in the Coppa Italia, dismissing Salernitana by 3-1. Udinese, Biol and Touré, the youngster, back in for a second straight match after playing against Salernitana in the Cup. Thauvin and Keenan Davis, the two players in attack. Lorenzo Lucca, the centre forward, who scored again in the Cup, takes a place on the bench. 5 in midfield for Costa Runjaic's side. A lot more cautious than he has been playing so far this campaign. The two number 10s at the halfway line with the match official Gianluca Sacchi, Thauvin and Lautaro Martinez. Now Inter, as mentioned, not many changes. One is Bisek comes in for Pavard in defence, and Frattesi for the injured Nicolo Barella. Thuram and Martinez hold down their places in attack. Darmian, another change considering last week, but not over the bulk of the season. There is his fifth start from the 6 Serie A matches so far. Frattesi, the player replacing Barella. And the referee blows the whistle to get us underway here at the Bluenergy Stadium. Inter in their change kit. Udinese in their classic black and white stripes. Bisek goes across to Bastoni. Picks out Martinez. Doesn't get anything out of beyond the ball. Stays in play. Again Bastoni. Darmian looks up. Tries to thread the ball through, does thread the ball through, and Frattesi strokes it past Okoye. And Inter off to the best of starts in under a minute. Davide Frattesi. He got the merest of touches, and that was all that was needed to divert the ball beyond Okoye. Darmian threading that ball through. Great run by Frattesi in behind the defence. And Inter, in under a minute, have already shaken off their derby hangover. There's the evidence that Davide Frattesi was onside. Mkhitaryan. Thuram gets away from Kabasele. Çalhanoğlu's cross in, chance for number 2. Headed wide by Lautaro Martinez. Golden opportunity for Inter to double their lead inside the opening 10 minutes here at the Bluenergy Stadium, and a chance for Lautaro Martinez to get that feeling back by putting the ball into the back of the net. Thuram, excellent strength by Thuram. Shot blocked by Okoye. Zemura. Ball into the centre circle. This time Kabasele's tackle on Thuram is a good one, well timed. But now Kabasele needs to track back and follow Di Marco. Deep crossing. Lautaro sets up Frattesi. And Frattesi this time puts the shot wide. Davide Frattesi with a chance for a second here. Cross in, that's a good delivery, and that should have been the equaliser. Excellent defending by Federico Di Marco, who celebrates as if he had scored at the other end. Zemura not being tracked back by Bisek. And that crossing met by Lovric. Davis almost getting in the way. Ball still free inside the penalty area. Again Di Marco with some solid defending. Zemura, another delivery in, and this time the ball does end up in the back of the net, and Udinese have their equaliser. Christian Kabasele ghosting in unmarked, and that spate of Udinese pressure out of the blue sees the home side grab the equaliser against Inter. The Inter defence pulled out of position there. Zemura popping up on the left-hand side. Left-footed cross in. And Kabasele, his run completely ignored by the Inter defence. And that flick into the far post. Sommer could only look on in anguish as the ball nestled in the far corner. Thuram threads the ball through Darmian. Blasts wide from an excellent position. Again, a clear side on goal for Inter. This time the clear side on goal. Excellent header by Davis. Tovan, wonderful skill by the number 10. The challenge at the edge of the area, enough to take the power out the shot. Pass intercepted by Biobis, giving possession back to Mkhitaryan. Di Marco, edge of the area, Di Marco's crossing, and Lautaro Martinez gets the ball over the line somehow and gets his name on the score sheet and gets Inter back in front before half-time. The third minute of stoppage time in this first half. A moment of relief for Lautaro Martinez. He didn't care how the ball crossed the line, as long as it did. Mkhitaryan to Di Marco, first time into the middle. And now who got the final touch? That's the question. Certainly Lautaro will be happy to claim it. Udinese 1, Inter 2. And that was the last action of the first half. The last action that saw Inter reclaim the lead. The dying seconds of this opening half. Lautaro Martinez putting the ball beyond Okoye, as Frattesi did in the first minute, to give Inter a brilliant start to the game. They then created other chances, failed to take them, and paid the price when Kabasele found the equaliser. But is it Udinese 1, Inter 2, now at the break, with Lautaro Martinez, the final touch of that first half, making the difference. Two-one at the break. Early goal from Inter inside the first minute. Ten goals in the first half against Udinese by Inter, added to the 11th in the 3rd minute of stoppage time. Udinese get us back underway, second half. The home side being asked to claw back the situation once more. They did it in the first half. That spate of pressure just around the half-hour mark, resulting in the equalizer for Kabasele, the cross in from Zemura. Same player there launching the ball forward. Acerbi tussling with Davis. The centre forward chosen ahead of Lorenzo Lucca. You can see the number 9. As the first half progressed, becoming more and more of a handful for the Inter defence to cope with. Thauvin, his co-striker, often dropping deep. While for Inter, their starting 11 remains the same. Di Marco and Darmian, the wide players in midfield, that have provided the assists for the goals here at the Bluenergy Stadium. Obviously they're the players that are asked to put in an awful lot of running, and often, more often than not, substituted. Darmian back in the starting lineup after having to settle for the bench against Milan. Denzel Dumfries took over, and Denzel Dumfries is back on the bench. Here's Thuram. Thuram, edge of the area. Martinez, chance for number 2. And he's off the mark and flying now. Inter 3, Udinese 1. Martinez grabs a double. They got the opening goal of the game inside the first half, inside the opening minute. Here in the second half, it's taken them just 2 minutes to open up a 2-goal advantage. Lautaro Martinez, you could see he had the confidence there now, with 1 goal under his belt. He took his time at the edge of the area and eventually unleashed the shot beyond Okoye. And Inter, 2 goals clear at the Bluenergy Stadium. Thuram waiting to thread the ball back through for Di Marco. Çalhanoğlu's won it back. Martinez now on a hat-trick, and they were trying to set him up. Again, Di Marco looking across at the number 10. Zemura. Now he can deliver his crosses. Zemura, can he find the space to do so? Darmian denies him that space. Biol. Kabasele, his one from outside the penalty area. Now Lorenzo Lucca comes in, and Camp, who found, like Lucca, the back of the net against Salernitana in the cup in midweek. Lovric comes off for Camp. And Davis makes way for Lorenzo Lucca. Thauvin, nice 1-2. Lucca lays the ball off as well. And the substitutes linking up well there. Acceleration in Udinese play, setting up this corner kick. Frattesi. Chips the ball through. Lautaro, almost the most delicate of chips. Now Taremi picks out Lautaro, excellent ball across to the edge of the 6-yard penalty area. Thumbs up at both ends. Lucca, he's got away from the defence here. Lorenzo Lucca, chance to open up the contest, and he does just that on 83 minutes. Lorenzo Lucca, determination personified. Now we've got a grandstand finale at the Bluenergy Stadium. The Inter defence did not hold strong against the sheer strength and determination of Udinese's lone striker, Lorenzo Lucca. He had the pace and the clinical finishing skills. That was well blocked by Taremi. A chance for the counter-attack for Inter. Correa. Brenner coming back to try and help out the Udinese defence as Correa tried to thread the ball through for Taremi. Now Correa with a chance to shoot one himself. One-handed save by Okoye. Keeps out Correa and keeps Udinese in the game. Deep in stoppage time. That's surely a tug by Taremi. Taremi looks to finish off the match here. Lifts the ball over Okoye. Inter have got their 4th goal. And the whistle goes for the foul. Çalhanoğlu winning that important challenge, and there goes the final whistle. Inter defeat Udinese by 3-2. A double from Lautaro Martinez just before the break and just after the break have proved decisive to get the Nerazzurri back up to the top of the table, at least in the meantime. Udinese dug in. They got an equalizer in the first half. They got a late goal in the second, but it wasn't enough. And the final score is Udinese 2, Inter 3.